What's up, y'all? It's your boy Lanye, 24 years free. On today's episode, I want to talk about prison preachers. Now, everybody got churches on the street, so you know preachers. But prison preachers are an entirely different breed of people. These men, a lot of them don't have wives. They have 24 hours basically to study the Bible. There are no distractions from the congregation of women. These men know the word in deep and intense ways that I can only relate to people in the Bible. These men could run circles around street preachers because there are no gimmicky, approaches to the Word of God for them. It's line for line, precept for precept. And in my 24 years, I've seen a lot of them. I've seen some that were faking, using the pulpit to maneuver so the cops would leave them alone, but they had a cell phone and they sell. Like, I've seen that. I've seen the hypocrite. Obviously, hypocrites because they preachers on the streets are the same thing. But those aren't the ones that I'm talking about. I'm talking about these men who are die-hard, bona fide, theologian studying Bible dudes. These guys know the word Greek, Hebrew. They've got 7 different translations. They can run circles around the best preacher on the streets. One particular that stood out to me in my 24 years was a man named Jackson. Now, Pastor Jackson, that's what we used to call him, he had one eye. I believe he used to be a gangbanger and somebody stabbed him in the eye. Something about his past life was why he lost his eye. But Pastor Jackson was the real deal. This dude slept, ate, drank the Bible. I'm talking about everything was the word. I had one sermon he had of his that stuck with me to this day. And he talked about doing the right thing. He said, when you're doing the right thing, there are no other codes. So, in prison, everything is a street code. Oh, we don't snitch. Oh, we don't do that. We don't do that. That's not street. That's not criminal. Criminals don't do that. Jackson had a sermon that said, it ain't snitching when your grandmama do it. And the sermon was something like this. The house you was raised in was your grandmama's house. Your mama lived there. She had you there. When you got there, you hooked up with the neighborhood boys and started banging. So that's your hood. But how come it ain't your grandmama's hood? She was there before all y'all. How come she ain't triple OG from y'all hood? So, y'all around there, totally respecting her. You see her, you speak to her. Hi, Miss Jenkins, how you doing? You treat her like an OG because you know she is. If anybody should be from that hood, it's her. But she ain't with that foolishness. If somebody do something, you not telling. But if Miss Jenkins see somebody doing something, she calling the police. Why? Because it ain't snitching when your grandmama do it. You see, right people do the right things for the right reasons. Street code be damned. And the reason why I even brought that up is because I remember Jackson telling that sermon, preaching that sermon. And to this day, it stuck with me because when you're doing the right thing by God, like how these preachers were doing in prison. You don't have nothing to worry about in prison. You don't have to worry about nobody stabbing you. You don't have to worry about nobody setting you up. You don't have to worry about the police planting nothing on you. And it was that kind of realization that law-abiding citizens do certain things that make them law-abiding citizens. And prison preachers, if they ever hold on to their word like they do in prison and get out, they'll have mega churches. The first one who gets out and has a mega church, that's going to be the church I'm a member of. Because I know that this dude is bona fide. I know he's deep in the word. I know that he is not playing with the gospel. Because it's not to be played with. So, I just wanted to share that because when you see preachers on the streets and you see the collection plate and the tithes and offerings and all of that, know that there are real preachers in the prison that run circles around these dudes. And they don't have no mega church. You see what I'm saying? Because all they got is the word and they live it. And Pastor Jackson is one that I can hold up as an example. Shout out to Pastor Jackson. I don't know where you at. I know you're still in the pen somewhere. But man, you changed my life and you really spit that word, man. You proof that the gospel is real and that some of those guys in there is really walking the walk. So, that's my tangent for the day. Hey, look, man, this is my story. I'm just telling the truth, no extras. Yo, if you like anything you're hearing, holla back. Subscribe. Link it to somebody else's thing. If you know anybody who did some time, give them this link. 24 years free. Man, I need to hear from everybody. I need to interview anybody. I want to be interviewed by anybody. But look, I'm going to continue telling my story with no extras. And I hope you come back next time.